Buying time to his left. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
Ready up. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 80 weapons. Let's go. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Go, go. Check, 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 check. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Pick the edge, pick the edge, pick the edge. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Undercrush. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Switch, switch. Check 3, check. Look, squeeze. Check safety. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Whip, whip. Now.
On third down, Jefferson. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this will be Freeman. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They'll try and throw for it here. It's caught. Jones. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, check. 5.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check your hot read. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I got you, pump. Fair. Sponge. No. Hatchet.
Throwing on first down. Clifford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Zipper. Motion to the backfield. 45's the mic. Shoot.
A final shot before break. Clifford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
We got this. Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check 52. Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Back to throw. Clifford. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. It's a party now. Check. Watch the safety creep. Let go.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Turn it up. Kill.
Hey, Echo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Leo!
Hey, check 24, check 24. No, off.
Off the play fake, Clifford. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Check 31, check 31. SOS. Showing it. Watch out. Shift, watch the shift. Watch the twist. 6 guys.
1st down, here's White. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
That's it, baby. At the 3-yard line. 25, check 25. Watch twist. Switch. Check. Lucky.
Rock it. Let's go.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
We got 4. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
They're going to try and throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. They go play action here on first down. This complete to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
Check 37. Check 37. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Go.
Motion.
They run. Devontae Freeman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Slam. Say.
Look at me. Go.
Joker. Twist.
Smooth. Go.
On first and 10, Clifford. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Tighten
out.
Tighten up. Switch. Check 50. 36. Under 10. 10.
Snap.
Back to throw. Clifford. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's second and 8. Be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and 8. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
53. 53. Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, Clifford. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Looking to throw. Clifford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught by Jones. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
5.
Back to throw here. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Complete to Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Go, go. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Let's go.
From the gun, Clifford. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting?